All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Are you excited for today's lesson? If you're excited, I'll appreciate if you can go to the chat box and type a 222, a 222 if you're ready to learn what we've been to connect from where we started. So if you did not attend our volume 1, our volume 2, this is volume 3 of Mindset Monday, and we have 13 more to go because we are doing 16 series until we learn how to create a greatness in our lives. So our lesson for today, and you're gonna take note, our lesson today is paradigm shift. It's our paradigm shift. So our topic for today is paradigm shift. We do this on Monday so that even as we go to our businesses, we know what to speak about our businesses. We know what to think about our business. We know what to attract in our business, because we are not just mere business people. You know, we are not mere people. We've got to create greatness in our life. That's why we do this on Mindset Monday, so that even as we hit the market, we go to the marketplace. We need to go to the marketplace, knowing that our business is going to shine, knowing that our business is going to experience growth. Our business is accelerating. Our business is favored, and it is not just favored, but it is favored for a lifetime. So if you just wake up every week, just any other week, every day, just any other day, sleeping just any other person, I'm telling you, you're going to be average. And so we do this so that we know what to do at the beginning of the month. We know what to do at the beginning of the week. We know what to do every morning when we wake up. During the day, what we need to speak, what we need to think about, and even when we go to sleep, we need to know what we need to do when we are going to sleep. Many are the people who watch horror movies when they are going to sleep. Many are the people who wake up in the morning and they hit their head and they say, oh, it is another Blue Monday. Many are the people who wake up every week without a certain plan. You haven't planned of what you're doing. Your mind is not in line. Your mouth is not speaking to your business. And so you just live like mere men. And so the reason as why we do this mindset on Monday is so that we can be able to align positive mind to our business, be it network marketing business, be it forex trading, be it you're importing things, be it you're doing tender. Mindset is in all business. For me, I am in the industry of network marketing. I'm in the industry of network marketing, and I need to my mind to be aligned with the kind of leaders I want. Am I attracting the kind of leaders I want to work with? Am I visualizing myself having the biggest team? Am I visualizing myself as a top earner in my organization? Am I visualizing myself as a top trainer in my organization? Or am I just seated there and just talking, just like mere men? Oh, we are after post-COVID. Oh, people don't have money. Oh, during elections, money is not circulating. Oh, people don't want to do network marketing. Oh, recruiting is difficult. Oh, this and the other. What are we speaking? And remember, we speak from our heart, and our heart speaks our thoughts. That's why we said we have a big head that is taking all the thoughts that are in the world, but our mind is capable of saving that which you want to put in your heart. And the minute you put it in your heart and then you speak it, it manifests in the reality. So it's not about a great idea that you have. You could be having the great idea, the great business, the great compensation plan, the great everything. But if your mind is not great, my friend, you will not succeed. And so today we want to learn about paradigm shift. And I want you to write paradigm shift as a topic, and I want you to write a subtopic of repetition, not reputation, repeating, 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 repeating. You know, the way I am repeating it to your mind, to you, I am repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating to you, so that you start repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating in your mind until your mind, your subconscious mind, manifests the kind of life that you want to achieve. So, what is a paradigm? You know, a paradigm is the way we see things. The way we see things. And the way we see things is what manifests in the way we see things. And so, a paradigm is a series of events that has happened in our lives, and they have formed a particular belief system. You're going to get this. Just know in layman language that a paradigm is just the way we see things, the way we view, the way we see people, the way we see businesses, you know. And so it is a series of events. It is not the way we see things now. It is you ever since you were born up until today. It has a series of combination of events that has happened in your day-to-day life until they have given you a particular state in your mind, and that state in your mind is who you are. So there are people who grew some of the events that took place when we were growing up. There are some people who grew maybe in great families, and great things were being spoken into their life. And there are some people who grew in a family whereby this family believes that they can achieve whatever they are. And so you will see such kind of children, they have the same confidence, and their self-esteem is just so high because they have been in turn of events that have given them a particular. So the paradigm is actually you. The paradigm is you, Marina. The paradigm is you, Alice. The paradigm is you, Farouk from Uganda. The paradigm is you, Poland. You know, I'm calling you by name. The paradigm is you, Allen. The paradigm is you, Bonolo. You know, and just take a minute today and think, so if the paradigm is me, High Excellency, then what is my paradigm? And that's when you're going to sit down and start to think about your life from the time you got to know who Her Excellency is, who Bonolo is. What are some of the turn of events that have happened in your life? Starting from the school you went in, who is that teacher who told you you amount to nothing? It formed you. And so you were there, you know, thinking my teacher told me this, there's this story I really love about Lisa Nicole. Lisa Nicole is, I think, American, and she grew in an environment as a Black person, as a Black American, I believe, grew in an environment whereby the teacher believed that she cannot speak English. And today she is the greatest motivational speaker and author of serious great books. So what changed is a paradigm shift. There is hope, my friends. There is hope today. The first thing that you need to do is have a realization of who is you. You know, who is you? You know, we have said the paradigm is you. So what is your paradigm? Who is you? Because you cannot shift something that you don't know. You cannot shift, you cannot change something that so you first of all have to know who is me. What are some of the turn of events that have happened in my life, that have been formed in my life, that has made me who, that has given me a certain belief system, that I believe I can do this, I believe I can do this, I believe I belong to this class, I believe and so your thoughts are in line with your paradigm. Today I'm telling you that we are getting to a next level, a paradigm shift. And I told you as we continue to learn about mindset and the law of attraction, there are some people whose life will take a drastic change. And it's going to start today. Remember what we've been covering? It's just I trying to show you what happened to my life. And I remember sharing my story, going to Getobo Primary School, somewhere in my village, for 8 good years, where some of the things we never even used to communicate in English. I thank God for education system today. Going to high school and looking at people like this, and they're speaking that English that comes from their nose. And at some point now, it lowered my self-esteem because I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't even talk to them because how do I speak to them? I can't construct 2 sentences in English. And the whole of Form 1, my worst teacher was the English teacher. Not because she was the baddest in school, it's because I have formed a paradigm that because I don't know how to speak English, I don't even want to be called in class to even give an example. How will I construct? You know? And so those are some of the things that we are talking about. You grew at a state of rejection. And so you've grown knowing that you cannot be accepted. So anytime you're writing your CV and you want to go and drop it, you're like, okay, I know I will not get this job. You've spoken. You've already spoken. And so I want us to look at an example so that you understand what a paradigm is. And today you're going to do an example. You're going to do an assignment. Of course, after every class, we have an assignment. And so I want you to think about the sunglasses or just the normal glasses. Today I haven't put my glasses. The light is not too much. You know these glasses you see here? You know, these glasses, they have the lens. You know, they have the lens and they have the frame. They have the lens and they have the frame. So the frame is to hold firm the lens so that they can give me a clear view. And so this lens has the capacity to change your view. So you can see they have mine. It's bought by the doctor is blue what? Photochromatic. Hey, those are big English anyway. So if you take some glasses, that lens is green. Go to the chat box and tell me the view will be, what will you be viewing? The view will be, my people, you're not talking to me. The view will be green. If you change that lens and you take another lens that is red, the whole view, your whole world will be, it will be red. And so our view is a true reflection of our lenses. And I'm here to tell you that your lens, you see, your lens is your thoughts. That is a bit deep. Your lens is your thoughts. And not the thoughts that are being controlled by and your lens is your thoughts, either the conscious mind or the subconscious mind. And I told you the conscious mind shows you the reality. My bank account looks like a radio frequency, 93.3. But you can change your lens to tune your subconscious mind to start seeing your bank account like your phone number. Because what you feed in your subconscious mind and you emotionalize it, you give it the feeling, and then you speak it, it will manifest. How it will manifest is the law of attraction. Because we attract who we are. And so you need to truly understand and take this one seriously and tell yourself, if then my thoughts are my lens, and my lens is what is giving me a view. What am I seeing? What am I visualizing? Because now what you visualize become your paradigm. And so our view will drastically change when we change our thoughts. And so you're here. What have you been thinking about yourself as an individual? What have you been thinking? What is your thought towards finances? What is your thought towards just life in general? What is your thought towards marriage? Could you have come from that family whereby marriage don't last? Be the first person to change the lens and say, mine is gonna work. Could you be in that family whereby the lens was like, none of our family has ever driven? Please change the thought and start visualizing and see yourself driving that Range Rover, driving that big car. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. And out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. That's why we think, we emotionalize, then we speak. I told you God created the whole universe by word of mouth, speaking it. Let there be. Are you there saying, let there be great leaders in my business? Let there be, great mentors in my business. Let there be a financial flow in my business. What are you speaking? Let there be favor in my business. But instead of saying, let there be, we dig to grow rich. So I have to work hard. I have to call 100 people. I have to beg people. I have to convince people. No. Stop digging to grow rich. Start thinking. We need to go to the market with the mindset of the winner, that my business is favored. Whoever I'm going to talk to will get started. My leaders are growing. Great leaders are joining my business. Network marketing is the second best paying career after sport and athletics. Network marketing is easy. I love talking to people. I love sharing business opportunity. I love giving people hope. I love mentoring people. I am a great trainer. I am a great mentor. What are you speaking? What are you speaking? And so if now the paradigm is what we see, do we have the ability to change, a paradigm shift? And I've told you, these things are not taught in Africa. You can take that one to the bank. And so when you get an opportunity to learn these things, take it as a privilege. You're hearing this from a noisemaker like Her Excellency, and I don't charge. It's because it worked for me, and it can work for you. The law of attraction. And so, when you change your view, your whole life changes. And so, we have two types of paradigm. The positive, the optimist. We have the optimist and the pessimist. I'm trying to play around with big English, but that's what I'm trying to say. We have the positive paradigm and we have the negative paradigm. Take a moment. Just take 1 moment and a pen and just start writing. I need you to note somewhere that before the end of the day, I'm gonna sit down and write my paradigm. What have I been thinking about life? What have I been thinking about money? Are you in that category of people who say money is evil? Money is not good. If I have a lot of money, I will not have friends. If I have a lot of money, this and that, money is from the devil. So, what have you been thinking about money? Money does not grow on trees. So I have to toil all my life to make money. And so you were born like a mere person. You do business like a mere person. You live chasing money. Have you ever seen that picture of people who are all their lives they are chasing money, and then they grow old, and then they sleep and they die, and then their generation they come because that is the paradigm of their family. They chase money. Are you gonna You're born, you chase money, you die. You're born, you chase money, and then you die. And so we have the positive and the negative. And so the negative one, let me start with the negative one. The negative one, they play blame games. Or they play blame games. They blame the economy. They blame their parents. Oh, my parents didn't take me to school. Oh, this economy. Oh, money is not circulating. If it is network marketing, they blame my upline. Oh, my upline did not teach me. Oh, my upline is not supporting me. Oh, my upline is not giving me spillovers. Hello. They blame business partner. All these business partners, they don't contribute. They don't turn up for me. They blame everybody but themselves. Those are the negatives. So they think that their paradigm, it is not their fault, and so they blame the external forces. And so when they blame the external forces, the inner forces, which is now your heart and your mind, it's gonna start to attract, and it is going to attract situations that they are going to blame more. So you get this business, the other business, you're just blaming upline, then you quit, then you go and start another business. You've been attracting you've been attracting situations that are going to lead to more blame. So even in the other business you're going to do, the upline will still not be favorable to you. And so, so this upline again, uplines are making a lot of money, this one and this. And so you are attracting situations that are going to bring more blames. Those are the negative or the pessimist. So they are all blame victims, victim blaming, they blame everyone, they blame everybody, they blame everyone. And so are you here and you're in that paradigm? Please note down, who have you been blaming? Yes, my upline is not there. It's my business. I'm going to look for people. I'm going to train people. I'm going to run my business. My upline does not run my dreams. Those are the positive paradigm in business. The economy is bad. There is COVID. People are not living. This and the other one. But I'm telling you what the positive or the optimist people will do. They will look for an opportunity in crisis. Didn't we have people who rose during COVID? Didn't we have businesses that peaked? All my businesses have been affected by COVID. Were there no opportunities during COVID? We need to start looking at who are we blaming, because I told you that your paradigm is the way you see things. Is the way you see things. Let me give you another example of how people see things. People know that accidents are caused by people who are irresponsible on the road. The people who are drunkard on the road. Accidents are caused by people who are negligent on the road and people who are destructive in the road and who are involved in accidents. The mindset that we have put in knows that the people who get accidents on the road are the good people, the people who are not drunk, the people who are responsible. But my paradigm shift changed, and I know that accidents are caused by any person that is on the road. Yes. People who get into the accidents are people who get in the car. People who get into the accidents are not the irresponsible, the negligent, the drunkard, and everyone. People who get into the accident are everyone that are in the car. Every person that gets into the car are the people who get into the accident. So, the positive. Let me give you the positive, and this is where I belong. Just use an example whereby when there is a road accident, people will say people who get into the accident are the people who are this and this and that and this and this and this and the other one. That is the paradigm. But people who get into the accident are people in the car. Or who get into the accident. Is it the good people or the bad people? Aha. Let me use another example. The rain. When it rains, does the rain rain to the good people or to the bad people? The good people and the bad people is a paradigm. You can decide to see greatness in people. You can decide to see greatness in that drunkard, that drunk person who is on the road. You can decide to see greatness to that brother you think they are irresponsible. But just getting the good in them, appreciating the good in them, speaking the good in them, telling them the good in them, and they will shift. And their mindset will shift and they will start appreciating themselves. So let's not dwell on the negative and focus on the positive. Positivity or responsibility. The positive and the optimists are the people who see greatness in themselves, who see greatness in every business. Over the time, I was telling people that all the businesses I have done ever since I stepped my feet in the city are all the business that people perceive to be difficult. You know, you tell someone, I am an insurance agent, I've been selling insurance for 7 years, and they're like, what? That one is hard. But do you know what? I thrived in it. Then from there, I went to network marketing. What? High excellency. You do those business for recruiting people, those business for bringing people, those come, you know. Two paradigm. That is what they view towards my business. And I am here excited by business and thriving and making crazy serious money in the same industry where people's mind, they have formed a paradigm that this one is difficult. I don't know how to talk to people. And it is them who I don't, difficult, I can't, I won't, it's not, that is their category. And that is the average. And that is congested. The bottom is always congested. I chose to be different. And so I wanted to write the word responsibility. And the positive paradigm, they know that they have the ability to respond positively to whatever they are doing in life. And so responsibility is the ability that we have in our mind. Remember everything I'm teaching about mindset. We have the ability in our mind to respond either positively or negatively towards our business, towards life in general. Remember, we said we are not just talking about business here. We are also talking about marriages. We are also talking about parenting. We are also talking about, the law of attraction applies everywhere in our lives. And so the positive paradigm are those individuals who know that they have the ability to respond to any situation positively by the power of the subconscious mind. And so they know they have the ability to change their world, and they respond to this in their thoughts. So I'm here to tell you that bad news is news. And allow me to use an example again of driving. Hey, I think I love driving. I want you to think about these two people, paradigm. We have the negative, the positive. This particular individual, we say the negative ones, they are victim of blaming everything. And this other one, they know that they have the ability to respond positively to whichever situation they are going to meet on the road. Please get this one from me. So I want you to think about you driving on a highway or on a super highway. And you drive and drive and drive and drive, and your mind is busy. Your mind is just wandering, not wander. Wandering of the mind to the right, to the left, and all over. And boom, You miss an exit and you continue driving. The big question is, who is responsible for missing the exit? Go to the chat box and tell me who is responsible for missing the exit. Yes, those people watching me on Facebook. Yes, me, myself. Yes, Anita from Zambia says myself. Kelly says yes. Liz Kelly says me. Rachel from Kenya, Natalie. Yes, let me see. Lee, yes, I am. So do we all agree that we have missed an exit in our lives? If you know you have missed an exit, go to the chat box and say that and type, yes, I have missed an exit. I have lost a way. If you know you've missed an exit, go to the chat box and type a 222. So you are on the steering wheel in your life. It doesn't matter what your grandmother said, what your grandfather said, what your brother went through, what your family has gone through. That is their car. Everyone has a steering wheel. And so some of us, we are driving, we are missing exits because our brothers missed, because our parents missed, because our grandparents missed, because our great-grandparents missed. And we have all agreed that it is our responsibility. When you miss the exit, do you blame the roads? Oh, this was, they should have given us a U-turn. Why did they put this roundabout here? Why did they put the exit here and not slightly ahead so that when I go there, I'm still able to come back? Hello, the positive people, you need to sit down and say, I am on the driving wheel. It is my life. It is not what the economy dictates. It is not what other people think about my business. It is not what about other people have achieved or not achieved in my business. My car is my car. My life is my life. And I am on the steering. Remember, we are getting to the repetition, repeating many things. But I have to first of all show you the paradigm that we are at. And what is paradigm shift? Right now, we are done with the paradigm. We're in the paradigm shift. And some of the things that we need to look at is to accept that it is us who have missed the exit. It is us who are driving in this path. It is our life. And it is us who have missed the exit. Who has been on the steering wheel? It is me. Who is responsible of missing the exit? It is me. And so, the motive of these 16 weeks of Mindset Monday that I started about, this is the third one, is so that we can all get back to track by, first of all, changing our mindset and learning to feed our subconscious mind so that we can get on track. That's why I tell people bad news is, where there's bad news, there is always good news. So, the good news is, the bad news is we have missed an exit. How does it feel to miss an exit? Someone tells me on the chat box, how does it feel to miss an exit? In terms of driving, how does it feel to miss an exit? Let me show you how now our mind has been channeled. You are the people. It costs a lot to miss an exit. That is billionaire Farouk from Uganda. It's costly to miss an exit. Someone else, it's terrible. Oh my goodness. It's terrible to miss an exit. You feel very bad and petrol consuming. It can cost you life. You will use more fuel and time. I love what I am reading. Delays. You know, I am at 40. I have missed an exit. I am at 40. They say life begins at 40. I am getting back on track at 40. It's a waste of time. Those are the paradigm shift. It's painful. The minute you miss an exit, instead of you seeing a good news, something good in missing that exit, we stick to our paradigm. It is costly. It is expensive. There is delay. It's going to cost me for fuel. But I'm telling you, the good news is that you're still on the wheel. When you have missed the exit, whose hands are on the steering wheel? Go to the chat box and answer me. Whose hands are on the steering wheel? Yes, Lady says it's my hand. Rachel says mine. Natalie says my hand. So do we all agree that we've been in a paradigm? We say paradigm is the way we see things. And the way we see things is what has manifested in our life. So if you're not driving today, you've never seen yourself drive. If you're in debt, it is you who have attracted those debts. Imagine. So that is your path. You've missed an exit. And we've all agreed that because we've missed an exit, we're not going to play blame games. And as much as we have missed the exit, it is bad news, it is terrible, it's painful, it's costly, I've got to go all around again, but there's bad news, there's good news in it, that you're still on the wheel. And now, let's start talking about the shift. The shift is that your hands are still on the wheel. Your hands are still on the wheel, that you can go back to the track. And so we need to stop now that whole thing of, the why babies, the wailing babies. No, why me? Why this? Why? And we start telling myself, why not me? Why not me? And so the paradigm shift, I need you to do an assignment today. I want you to sit down and write this one down. For you to be able, of course, to understand the paradigm shift, you need to understand where you are in life. Where you are in life. Write down the paradigm. Write who you are. And not who you want to be. Like, be true to yourself. How many debts do you own? Write them down. Your life right now. Exactly the way your life is right now. Because all what you have been thinking, those are not thoughts. Those are mental activities. And if you continue like that, this course will have no effect in your life, because you will still be playing those mental activities and you will think that you're thinking, because you have not been thinking. You've just been playing mental activities, And we said thinking is where you get to a point, even if it is 1%. Even if you're going to apply the subconscious mind 1%, it will still show you results. And so because we say the paradigm is a multitude of ideas that are fixed in your subconscious mind that you need, that you can't, you actually think about subconsciously. So think about your paradigm. What are those fixed ideas that are in your mind? What do you tell yourself? What do you think about yourself? And then from there, I want you to write how you view yourself, how you view others, how you view wealth, how you view money, how you view the business that you're doing, and generally how you view about your life, so that you understand that this is where I am. And this gonna shift. And so, how do we shift? We are going to shift this by what we are calling repetition. Repeating, because the subconscious mind is fed by repeating to it over and over and over and over again. And you need to tell me, who taught you how to speak? Someone tell me, who taught you how to speak? It is the environment that you are in. They are repeating the same word, repeating the same thing, repeating until you found yourself speaking. Opening your, who teaches babies how to speak? I told you the subconscious mind is like a baby bird. It's like a baby bird. And your mouth is the bird, is the mother. The subconscious mind is a baby bird. And your mouth is the mother. When the mother gets out there to look for food, when the mother comes to the baby mouth, to the baby bird opens the mouth and takes what the mother gives. Open the mouth and takes what the mother gives. Open the mouth and takes what the mother gives. And when this baby takes it, it goes straight into their body. It starts to manifest, and then once it starts to manifest, it's able to help this baby bird grow, and the baby bird grows and gets the wings to fly. And it will fly, and it will fly. The question is, you have the conscious mind that gets what is physically, the conscious mind, you can see it, you can feel it, the reality, the conscious mind gives you the reality. But the subconscious mind is able to change what you're seeing right now, and it starts to feed greatness. And so you get the positive thought, what you want to manifest in life, you put it in your heart, you put emotion in it, you start to visualize, then you start to speak it. Start speaking it and that's why you say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And so the first thing, of course, is the desire. What are your desire? What is this dominant desire? This desire that has become an obsession to you, that you really want to do in this life, that you really want to achieve in this life. So because you are the baby bird, you have now your mouth that should feed the baby bird. And so that is why now the repeating and repeating and repeating is very, very important. So allow me to just play a 3-minute video, then we go to repeating and repeating and repeating. So it's just a 3-minute video, the power of repeating.
And I remember when I started studying with him, and he told me that you.
All right, let me know if you can hear. Let me know if you can get this, if you can hear this. All right. All right, a minute.
And I remember when I started studying with him, and he told me that you've got to repeat the same darn thing every single day. I was just like, I thought I'm going to go crazy. And one of my clients starting out thinking into results mentorship process also asked me, do I have to repeat it over and over again? Do I have to do the same lesson over and over again for next 2 weeks? It's crazy. Do I have to do it on Saturday and Sunday? And I was laughing to myself, thinking, you know what, I would love to report something about the value of repetition, because so many of us do not understand, why am I supposed to learn the same thing or read the same thing over and over again? So I want to share. And I remember when I started studying with him, and he told me that you've got to repeat the same darn thing every single day. I was just like, I thought I'm going to go crazy. And one of my clients starting out thinking into results mentorship process also asked me, do I have to repeat it over and over again? Do I have to do the same lesson over and over again for next 2 weeks? It's crazy. Do I have to do it on Saturday and Sunday? And I was laughing to myself, thinking, you know what, I would love to report something about the value of repetition, because so many of us do not understand, why am I supposed to learn the same thing or read the same thing over and over again? So I want to change. And I remember when I started studying with him and he told me that you've got to repeat the same darn thing every single day. I was just like, I thought I'm going to go crazy. And one of my clients starting out thinking into results mentorship process also asked me, do I have to repeat it over and over again? Do I have to do the same lesson over and over again for next 2 weeks? It's crazy. Do I have to do it on Saturday and Sunday? And I was laughing to myself, thinking, you know what, I would love to report something about the value of repetition, because so many of us do not understand, why am I supposed to learn the same thing or read the same thing over and over again? So I want to change. And I remember when I started studying with him and he told me that you've got to repeat the same darn thing every single day. I was just like, I thought I'm going to go crazy. And one of my clients starting out thinking into results mentorship process also asked me, do I have to repeat it over and over again? Do I have to do the same lesson over and over again for next 2 weeks? It's crazy. Do I have to do it on Saturday and Sunday? And I was laughing to myself, thinking, you know what, I would love to report something about the value of repetition, because so many of us do not understand, why am I supposed to learn the same thing or read the same thing over and over again? So I want to change. And I remember when I started studying with him and he told me that you've got to repeat the same darn thing every single day. I was just like, I thought.
All right, all right, all right. I am here to tell you. Yeah, she's repeating. She's repeating. I had to make sure that she also repeats. Yeah. So some of the things that I tell you guys to do, you will be that like her. No, Her Excellency is here telling you, you need to repeat this over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over again. Before we go to repeating, because we still have like around 20-30 minutes to go, I want to go to YouTube once more. And I want to show you some in my journey of studying this. I started learning from people about repeating, and I really wanted to know what is in this repeating. So I found some people who had come up with mind games. You know, mind games. Am I sharing? No. Let me see. Oh, I'm not sharing. Yes. I'm lost. What are you saying? Okay. I came across, remember their books I told you to buy? I told you to buy this book, Think and Grow Rich. I also told you to buy this book, How the Secret Changed My Life. And I also told you to buy a book called The Secret. And I also told you to, one of us actually was able to get the audio book, and you can actually get it in the group if you're in the group. And when you go to Think and Grow Rich in chapter 4, it's auto-suggestion. You know, it's a whole chapter. And actually, towards the last page of auto-suggestion, because we are following this one, towards the last page of auto-suggestion, Napoleon Hill says, read the entire chapter aloud once every night until you become thoroughly convinced that the principle of auto-suggestion is sound, that it will accomplish for you all that has been claimed for it. As you read, underscore with a pencil every sentence that impresses you favorably. Follow these instructions to the letter, and it will open the way for a complete understanding of the mystery of this principle. So all the chapters in this is the only one you've been told to read it aloud. Because when we tell people about this principle of autosuggestion, they think that we are crazy. They think that we are they think we are crazy. I am in a church whereby our pastor, before he even starts to preach, he has to remind us who we are in Christ. I am favored of the Lord. I cannot fail. Christ lives in me. You repeat it to yourself until you know who you are in Christ. You know, Our pastor has also written a book that is called the Faith Confession, whereby as a Christian, as a believer, you have to confess. You know, you speak it, you repeat it until it fits in your subconscious mind. And one of the things that I love about this book is whereby we repeat about the wisdom and then the revelations of knowledge, blessings over our children, you know, speaking blessings, speaking faith, confessing who you are, confessing what you have received from God, because we don't know. We go to pray things that God has already given to us. And so, because we are not believing, we've not believed that they have already, you know, ask, believe, receive. Now today, we have already asked. We already know our heart desire. We already know what our heart, He will satisfy our heart desire. Ask, believe. You know, the believing has to be, for you to receive, the belief is where you believe you've already received, you believe that you've already received. So this moving from believing to receiving is auto-suggestion, whereby you have to speak it, you have to speak it, you have to speak it until it sticks in your subconscious mind and you start to live it. Now, in this book of How the Secret Changed My Life, on page 72, I read, remember that the law of attraction does not know if you are playing make believe. You know, if you're playing with your mind, if you're playing make believe, or if something is real. The subconscious mind does not know reality. We learned that one in our volume 2. It does not know the real and the one that is not real. I'm trying to look for the right word that we learned during our second lesson. We say that the subconscious mind does not know the difference. And we say that if our subconscious mind does not know the difference, then why are you yourself, why do you know the difference? And so when I told you to read about this book, and I'm going to share one testimony that is in this book, but let me first of all finish. The law of attraction does not know if you are playing make-believe or if something is real. So when you are repeating, you already have what you want. When you repeat, you already have what you want. You have the feeling, you have to feel as though it is real. This is where now hard work began. No, and also this is actually, I learned the law of attraction in 2018, and now I started this, you know, this one started in 2019. And I'm telling you, it wasn't easy, but today it is because it has already worked for me. And so, let me repeat, you have to feel as though it is real. So this visualization is very, very important, and repetition is very, very important. When you make believing begin to feel real, when you make believing begin to feel real, you know that you are succeeding in bringing what you want into reality. And so because by then, for me, I wanted money. I don't know what you wanted. What do you want today? Why are you here today? Someone tells me, why are you here today? Because by then I was very broke. I was very, very broke. For me, I wanted money. You know, let me tell you the truth. Money is good for me. I wanted money. Let me be honest. 2018. Hey, I keep it in mind because it changed me. So, this is the hardest. Who is this? You have to seek as if it is real. Yes. You have to seek as if it is real. And everyone here wants money. Everyone here wants money. Let's tell each other the truth. We want money. For me, 2018, I wanted money. Before I started manifesting other things, for the first time, I wanted money because that was like my immediate need. So for those people who are manifesting money or want to use the law of the attraction to attract money, let me teach you something here. On page 82, how the secret changed my life. God, you are rich. You have received. If you want to attract more money, This is where you people start to tell me I'm sounding like an unbeliever. Oh, Christ is Lord. And I am going straight because He's the one who gives us wisdom to create wealth. I didn't know all these things. And when I didn't know all these things, I was very broken. I was seeing as if Christ is not real. But when He gave me this knowledge and wisdom to create wealth, I started knowing that what God deposited in me, oh, I started living it. Aha. So if you want to attract more money, make a list of the things you will buy with the money. Hey, Farouk, today I'm doing this. And I'm on Facebook Live so that the whole world can know I am the one who told you this. You make a list of all the things you want to buy with money. Surround yourself with pictures of the things you would like, and always feel the feeling of having those things now. This wasn't easy, but I did it. And it came to pass. Remember my story in volume 1? Number 1, what is the first thing that you're going to do? You have to make the list of all the things you want with money. You want to manifest money. I can promise you, it is not money you want. It is that car. It is that house. It is that school fees. It is that. So it is not the money you want. It is the things you want. And so make a list of all the things you want. Surround yourself with the pictures of the things you would want to, you would like, and always feel the feeling of having those things now. Imagine sharing those things with one, with the one you love, and imagine being happy about them. So this one sounds crazy, but we're gonna do it anyway. I want you to sit down. Think about the things that you want. Don't think about the money. Think it is not the money you want. I promise you. If today someone gives you $10,000, it is not the $10,000 you want. It is what you want to buy with that money. So let us not stop thinking about money. Start visualizing about the things you want. And so what happened to me in but then it was 2019, early 2019, I did a dream board. And last time I showed you my dream board, it is actually still here. I was so broke by then. I couldn't even afford $5. I couldn't afford $5 to just buy food for my children. And so what I did, I went and took a picture of a Land Cruiser Prado. I took a picture of a gated community. I took a picture of a home I wanted to build for my parents. I took a picture of an apartment and took a picture of socks for babies. I wanted another baby. Because those lenses, they were not working for me. I needed another lens. I needed new glasses. I needed new lenses that could show me what I want to view. We are talking about paradigm today. And I told you today, some of you will call me an unbeliever. It is up to you. That is your paradigm. I know who I am. So I needed all those things. So what did I do? I went and took a picture of the Prado. I took a house in a gated community. I took some kids who are Wazungu. They were white and they were skating in a gated community. I took a certain house I wanted. I took so many things and I put them there. Yes, I also took socks of a newborn baby and I mounted them in my dream board. And last time I showed you my dream board here. I mounted them in my dream board. Then, other than that, I took my notebook. This notebook I'll show you every time you attend. I took this notebook, and then I started writing affirmation as if I have already achieved them. That is making believe. But let me tell you something, guys. It was crazy. It was the craziest. I stopped thinking about money. And I started thinking, now putting my focus on the things that I wanted. So I got this notebook and I started writing all the things that are in my dream board. And so every morning and every night, when I was going to bed, I would start, and then I took a check, like a real check, and the checklist, and I wrote myself the amount of money I wanted to make. I wanted that money in my bank balance. And then I wrote it down. Let me tell you something. I was looking like a mad girl. You know, at some point I thought my husband would think that I have joined cult, you know, but I was so convinced. It was so much in my heart. So I wrote down, my house in Runda is ready for occupation. The same place I wanted to live. My Prado has been shipped and is awaiting clearance. In the meantime, I don't have food for my children. But I've taken a Land Cruiser Prado. I've written this information. So I would stand and say, the Land Cruiser Prado. And I would see that Prado black in color. Today it is parked right outside here. My staff quota is ready for my home manager, and my family lives in divine health. I am traveling to Dubai for a vacation. I am rich. I am a conqueror. I am a winner. I am loved. People are joining my team. I love God with all my heart. I deserve and I have the biggest team in Africa. I always have more than enough. I am a very successful woman. All things lead to my success, hope, and wealth. I have more money than I ever dream of. My bank balance is this one. I am a money magnet. Something wonderful is going to happen in my life. My husband loves me. Oh my goodness. I wrote them down. Then I started the journey of auto-suggestion. So, how are you going to change your paradigm, to shift your paradigm? How are you going to change your paradigm? By changing your lens today. So what is your lens today? Your lens is the subconscious mind. How can you be able to feed your subconscious mind? By repeating to it the things you want over and over and over again. Do this. What I am telling you today, come back with a testimony. Come back with a testimony. As I finish, the law of autosuggestion is the medium of influencing our subconscious mind. So you cannot manifest greatness if you're not using the law of the law of autosuggestion. It is a law. Just like the law of gravity, that when I take this pencil and I drop it down, it is not going to go up. The law of autosuggestion is the same. Do you have a dream board? Do you have your affirmations? Do you speak them in the morning? You don't know what is going to happen into your mind. And I was telling you that in my journey, when now I started learning this topic of autosuggestion, because law of attraction we are going to dwell so much in, I'm coming back with my testimony. Yes, we are going to learn so much in the autosuggestion until it sticks into your heart that this is what you need to do. I want you to think about, let me clarify something here. We are born genetically, but our paradigm is formed based on our environment. That yes, Nelson from Zambia, Joseph, Florence, Grace, Monaca, we are all born genetically, but our paradigm is formed based on our environment. Based on our environment. What do I mean? I want to use an example of a baby that is born in US, in English or in British, and they speak British English. Is it British? I am seeing my teacher here, Dottie Oyaya. You know you're an English teacher. You teach us English. Hey, you need Swahili. Thank you for tuning in. Tom Movie. Yeah, Dottie, Carol, thank you for tuning in. I believe you're getting value in this. Those are the people who are watching us live on Facebook. And so, I don't know if it is called Briton or British English, but you understand. I told you that English is not my first language, but I'm trying to communicate and you're getting it. So, a child that is born today, let's say a mother gives birth to a baby who is born in British, and they are speaking British English. Woo! I feel like I'm gonna bite my tongue. And immediately that baby is born, they all relocate to China. And so the baby genetically is born in Britain, and they are speaking British English. But they have relocated to China. So the baby is born genetically in Britain. So genetically, this baby is supposed to be speaking what? Answer me in the chat box. Genetically, this baby is supposed to be speaking. My friend, are we together? You're not typing. English, yes. Alan, thank you. Yes. So the mother genetically speaks what? The mother genetically speaks English. What am I trying to clarify here? That we are born genetically, but our paradigm is formed based on our environment. So the paradigm that you have right now is actually formed based on the environment that you have been in. And today we are talking about the shift. And the shift is hard work because you have to speak it, whether you like it or not. And so this baby, immediately they go to China, the environment is no longer Britain. So this baby will start talking Chinese. And the mother has equally changed. The paradigm of the mother is the Britain culture, is the Britain language, is the Britain food, is the Britain heritage. But they have moved. So the baby and the mother are in a new shift. So the baby will grow based on that environment. The baby will speak Chinese and the mother will shift and will start talking Chinese. So the paradigm that you are in today, we need you to change it through the law of attraction, using the sub-law of the subconscious mind. So I finish. The agency of the auto-suggestion is the agency of communication between that part of your mind where the subconscious thoughts take place that influences the subconscious mind. So auto-suggestion is what is going to influence the subconscious mind, and you start living it. It's gonna be easy to live it. It's gonna be easy to manifest it. It's gonna be easy for you to change. So, how to create a dominant thought is definitely using the auto-suggestion. So, this is where now people will tell me I'm sounding like an unbeliever, but it is okay. You take what you want to take. What you have been taking has taken your life to where you are. You take whatever I'm telling you, and then you will realize, indeed, what I am telling you, it works. The law of attraction is real. And anyway, let me finish. I wanted to finish by giving you a scenario that happened to me in the year 2019. It wasn't easy. Actually, the paradigm shift was, I'd say it was the one that looked a little bit difficult. Because it's required a lot of my mental, not mental activity, my thinking. Remember, there's mental activities and there's thinking. My mental activity is what you have been doing. Thinking is where now you are literally feeding your subconscious mind with what you want to achieve. And so it wasn't easy. So in line, of course, when you start learning about law of attraction, you start following pages and groups on Facebook and YouTube. For some reason, the law of attraction works just like Facebook and YouTube. Have you ever thought that if you are into the network marketing and you Google more, you listen more to things to do with network marketing, YouTube or Facebook or whatever, it has a way of it has a way of bringing you those categories of what you are doing. So if you're learning about law of attraction, Facebook will know that this person is studying this. If you're learning music, Facebook will know. If you're learning forex, it will start bringing suggestion, auto suggestion of pages of traders, pages or people who are traders. So when I started the law of attraction, of course, on YouTube, more of the time, I was actually searching law of attraction. On Facebook, I was following mindset. I was following people who are into law of attraction. And they have a search engine that is automated. That is why it's called auto-suggestion. And that's why we want you to automate your mind to suggest the things that you want and to call them so that they can come to reality. It's kept on bringing me all those. And so in my line, I met this lady called Sarah Proud. Is it Sarah Spout or Sarah Proud? And so Sarah Proud has come up, she had come up with an auto-suggestion formula, yes, with an auto-suggestion formula, whereby he was consciously her, because she already understands the law of attraction. And now for me, because because I know how to operate in the subconscious mind. So I think I'm 5%. I'm growing. And my kids may not understand these things. And I know they work. So what I do, I consciously write things for my children and make them do it, even without them understanding why they are doing them. So I will not teach them why they need to do them. I just tell them to do them. And I use an example of one of my daughter, who when I transferred them to a new school, it was very difficult for her to in mathematics and Swahili. And so all the time she would come in the evening, she started having issues with mathematics teacher. She started having an attitude towards mathematics, and I couldn't teach her this thing because she's still young. So what did I do? I wrote affirmation, and then I mounted them in her bedroom. And then we took one of her report form, and we wrote down what we wanted her to achieve, And I would tell her, Mommy, I don't want to ever hear you complain about mathematics. Now this one I had to take a road. Yeah, I had to be strict on her so that she can do exactly what I am doing. We took a report form and we wrote whatever I wanted her to achieve in all the subjects. And I told her, Mommy, when you wake up in the morning, I want you to say these things. When you're going to sleep, I want you to say these things. And I thank God because I've also been selected and as one of the board members in the school. I was in my primary school. And the reason that's why I even took it over is because I want to take mentorship. And of course, there's mentorship, there's development, there's this. But the reason that's why I took it is because I want to be given that opportunity to teach in our schools. Mentorship, and I want to not go and teach them those mentorship of you're great, you are everything else. I'll teach them this. I'll tell them, I want you to sit down and write the marks that you want. I want you to sing a song. I want you, when you're going to school, I want you to go singing the song. Yes, I am the president of the Republic of Kenya. I am the greatest business partner. I am passing in every subject. I'm going to the best of the school. Because when they speak it, it's going to manifest in their results. And I learned that one from Bob Proctor. So of course, my baby started the journey. Of course, she will do it today. Tomorrow she gets lazy. I'll ask them. She forgets. So I made sure that I am standing there, and then she go and repeat it. I would tell her to repeat. Then after she has repeated, I tell her, Mommy, now close your eyes. She would close your eyes. And then I would tell them, Mommy, how would it feel for you to get 78 in mathematics? How would it feel for you to be the best in mathematics? And I'm telling you, because she had closed her eyes, you could really feel the joy. You could feel the vibration in her, of her. And I'm telling you today, she stopped 3. in mathematics. The language changed. And she would come and tell me, Mommy, they are, now right now she's speaking with all the confidence. They are only two boys. That is how she says. There are only two boys in our class. And they say that girls cannot lead in mathematics. Mommy, I am going to bypass them. Is that the language you want your children to speak? Or they come and they tell you, Mommy, I'm bad in mathematics, I'm failing in mathematics, and you, instead of you teaching your children what to do, you start blaming the mathematics teacher, and the same teacher has more than 36 students, and out of 36 students, we have one who is best, and they are all seated under one. It is not the teacher, it is not the subject, it is what is deposited in their subconscious mind. So I was telling you, as I started doing this, I went and met this lady she's called Sarah. Was it Sarah Prout? Let me try and type it. Sarah Spout or Sarah Prout. Hey. And for her, I paid around, I think, $100. This lady. I followed her, and I just followed her, and I was just listening to what she was teaching, the art of manifesting. You need to listen to one or two. And she had this strategy of manifesting. And it is called, was it called 55 times 5 manifesting techniques? Yeah, she's the one here. Yeah, so she had that 55 times 5 manifesting techniques. Let me see if we are together. Guys, are you getting what I'm talking about? I don't want you to start feeling how I was feeling when I started doing these things. I don't want you to be religious. Religion is not going to take you anywhere. Are you getting what I'm talking about? If you're getting what I'm talking about, type a 555, the number of greatness. Type a 555. You brought yourself to this class. You brought yourself to this class. So, what I'm going to say now, it will have meaning based on your paradigm. Based on if your paradigm thinks that what I'm going to tell you, you start now doubting my faith, it is up to you. But if you take it positive, it's going to work for you. This 55 times 5 is just a technique to help your mind play the mind game. Because remember, it is not easy to teach the mind to play the mind game. I've even come closer to the camera so that you look at me nicely and you understand from a spiritual angle what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you, we have just talked about repeating and repeating and repeating. This is new food in your mind. This food is it is new food in the mind. So I want you to write one affirmation, just one affirmation. And then you get a specific time in a day. And this day is more especially when you're going to sleep. When you're going to sleep. And then you get a new notebook like this one. So the first thing you're going to do is write day 1, 55, number 1 to number 55. Day 2, number 1 to number 55. Day 3, number 1 to number 55. Day 4, number 1 to number 55. Day 5, number 1. Remember, it is just a technique someone came up with. When we were in school and we were learning maybe biology or chemistry, sometimes it was very difficult for us to remember the 10 points. So there was a way we were playing a song. We would write a song that when I start, like 5 effects of air pollution, or we were 5 effects of air pollution, 5 points, 10 marks. So because it was not easy to remember all of them, we would play mind games. So what I'm telling you, I want you to understand that I am not diverting you from what you believe in terms of law of attraction. So we would come up with some acronyms. So when you see that acronym, you remember the whole subject. How many did that in school? You get the second one, you would come, like, let me use an example. In mathematics, we did Bodmas. Is Bodmas in the Bible? I'm speaking now like Her Excellency. Is Bodmas in the Bible? Bodmas is just a mathematic technique that our teacher came up with so that we can remember that Bodmas, when you write Bodmas, and you're given, was it algebra? I need the teachers in the school. And you're given those mathematics, you are doing Bodmas, you know you will start with a bracket or division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. That was Bodmas. So Bodmas is not in the Bible. So 55 times 5, you're not going to find it in the Bible. It is just a mind game technique that is going to help you teach your mind something that you cannot be able to get from the books. Are we together, guys? And so when I did 55 times 5, man, things started happening in my life. Today, I have a book for 55 times 5. Go report. Go report. I have a book for 55 times 5. And 55 times 5 is repeating things over and even when you go on YouTube, you're going to find some people who learn law of attraction, 55 times 5 law of attraction manifesting, 55 times 5 method, you know, and 55 times 5. Of course, it is just a mind technique that is going to teach you. Let's say, for example, you want what? You want what do you want? You said you want money. We said we don't want money. If you're a network marketer, it's not money you want. It is a team that you want. And this team that you want is the one that is going to come. You build together with the team. And then once you build the business, money comes. Or not so. So let's say now you want to play the mind game of having the biggest team in the world, the biggest network marketing in the world, or you want the great leaders to join your business. You have to write an affirmation. We said when you're writing an affirmation, the first thing on this affirmation is gratitude. Number 2 is belief, and number 3 is you drop what you want. I am so happy and grateful now that it is now you're acting that it has already happened. Of course, you don't even have a team or you have 2 people in the team, but you say, I am so happy and grateful now that great leaders are joining my team. Saying once is not enough. Repeating it to your subconscious mind is enough. So your mind is this baby, and you want to feed this baby until the team manifests. And when this team manifests, you start to fly. And when you start to fly, money comes. The biggest challenge we do is we focus on the money. We don't focus on because we say there's no such thing like nothing for something. Work has to be involved. You have to work. I'm not telling you just sit down and you start manifesting things. This manifestation will come on you because of your daily activities. So I want you to write a statement. If you're on Facebook and you're probably not a networker and you're a teacher like Dottie and you want you want to be the best music teacher in the whole world, not in Africa, in the whole world. I am so happy because when you say so happy, there's a feeling. We said it is a thought we are emotionalizing. If there is such an English word, you know, I am so happy and grateful now that I am the greatest music teacher in the whole world. Then take your book, a new book, write prior, there's preparation period. So what do you need to prepare for 55 times 5? Number 1, a notebook that you're not going to write anything else in it. Number 2, about 2 or 3 pens, because there's something happens when you do pen and paper, you know, ink and paper. You have like 2 pens. And then make sure you get a strategic place in your house, specific time. I used to do mine at around 11 when the whole world is quiet. So I would go and sit down with my book and my pen, and then I would start to meditate how my business has been, how my day are. I would start to feel good about it. And then I would take my pen, yeah? And then I would write 55 times for 5 days. If you miss one day, you repeat again until you do it consecutively, 55 times 5. You cannot feed your mind 55 times 5. Those are how many times? How many 55 times 5? Someone do the math. That is 25. That is 25 times 2. 275 times in a week, and your mind does not respond. It has never happened. Scientifically proven. So you prepare in your book, page 1, you write 55 times day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. We are teaching our mind, because now, of course, you will not do this for the rest of your mind. Like the minute now you get used to it, you realize now you don't need to write it down. You can sit down and visualize and say it and feel it, and you continue with your daily affairs. Have we gotten it? 55 times every day. And not just writing. When you're writing, you're feeling it, you are grateful, you're visualizing it, and that is why you need to be in a quiet background with some very quiet music, some very nice gospel worship behind, there's something that happened in music, you want the greatest thing. Like, let's say, can we all manifest the greatest thing in the whole world? Or there's a certain amount of money that you want. I am so happy and grateful now that I am making $1,000 every single day. How would it feel to make that money every single day? What would you buy with that money? What's your budget be like? So the 55 times 5, it is a mental technique that helps you to teach your mind. And if you do it to attract negative things, it will still come. If you do it to attract positive things, it will still come. So that is repetition, which is going to, remember today's lesson, we are learning about paradigm. We've looked at paradigm shift, and we have said for us to be able to shift our paradigm, we must do what? Repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. And we said because this is foreign thing, it's not something that you have been doing, it's not something that you were taught in school, we have to come up with a strategy. We have to come up with a strategy, with a technique that is going to help us. And we say the first thing, you get a book, and then you get a pen. Then the preparation is prior before day 1. Don't start today. Today and tomorrow you're preparing. So go and get a book and write day 1. Of course, you write the exact manifestation, the affirmation of what you want. Like, for example, me, I can write, I am so happy and grateful now that great leaders are joining my network marketing business. So you write it at the top there. Then you make sure you have a specific day. You write, I will be saying my manifestation. It is good when you're going to sleep, because when your last thought, the conscious mind is the one that sleeps. The subconscious mind does not sleep. That is why it is very, very important to check what you watch when you're going to sleep. If you're just watching bad news when you're going to sleep, your conscious mind sleeps, and your subconscious mind will be left manifesting that. So a lot of times you see people have crazy dreams. So can you be that person who is watching your dream house when you're going to sleep, imagining where your bedroom will be? Hey, I saw someone drop a bed on Facebook, and I was like, this girl is getting it, I'm not going to mention her here, but she's on Facebook Live. And I was like, imagine yourself sleeping in that bed, just when you're going to sleep, have that nice, beautiful thought, and I'm telling you, when your conscious mind sleeps, before it wakes up in the morning to remind you that, you don't have money, this is not, the conscious mind is the one that sleeps and wakes up. The subconscious mind has never slept. It only sleeps when you die. So even when you're asleep, the subconscious mind is a creator. You sleep creating the things that you really want in life. So what have you been watching when you're going to sleep? Netflix, horror movies, those funny Afro cinema movies that from the witches. They are very nice Afro cinema movies. I love watching those rich dudes and rich girls, and I love watching such kind of movies. I like watching nice things when I'm going to sleep, and I want that thought to remain. And so it is also good to do this. Maybe when you're going to sleep, like you take 30 minutes, sit down to meditate, and then now start writing. I am so happy and grateful now that great team are joining my team. You do it 55 times. Once you're done, the 55 times, put your pen down, sit down, and start to visualize. How would it feel you having the greatest team of network marketing in the world? I want you to start seeing yourself gracing company events, standing in front of your whole team and congratulating them. You rewarding your top leaders, I want to start to seeing yourself, traveling with your great leaders for vacation. I want you to start seeing, you're seeing yourself, visiting the needy and giving them food and just living a purposeful life. I want you to start, because of this great team, you're already financially free. You're supporting the work of God. You're a kingdom financier. You are that person. I want you to start, when you write it down, I want you to visualize what this great team will do to your life, and then you're done with day one. Then you go to day two. You do the same thing, and then you start seeing, visualizing yourself and putting emotions in it. You do it day three. If you skip day four, Anita from Zambia, if you skip day four, you give yourself about 1 or 2 days, and then you start it all over again. I'm telling you, you are teaching your mind greatest. Look at that weakness that your child has. Look at that weakness that you have. And you have carried, oh, I cannot do this. I am not good in speaking before people. But you feel you want to be this person who is standing and giving your views and mentoring people and doing this and the other. I want you to see yourself as that particular person. And then you write it as an affirmation. I am so happy and grateful now that I am the greatest motivation speaker. Are you that person who feels that people don't love you? People don't want to associate with you. You just write, I am so happy and grateful now that I have found favor in men and in management of the company you're working for. And I'm telling you, they will all come to my manifestation. So thank you so much for joining our class for today. Of course, as usual, I need someone to give me, maybe you can write in the chat box if you have questions. You can share your take home for today. And of course, we want two people to tell us if you're here and you've ever used the law of attraction, if you're here and you started this course with us and you feel good about what has been happening to your life ever since you started to join Mindset Monday by Her Excellency. Is it working for your business? Is it working for your people? Are you getting better each and every day? What has happened to you ever since you started attending our Mindset Monday? And of course, we're gonna call it a day. We continue with our normal business. The good thing is they are not normal anymore. They are not just normal business anymore. Our normal business is that we are hitting that market with an understanding that if I fix myself as a top leader in my organization, if I fix it in my mind that I am the greatest mentor, if I fix myself that I have the greatest team, if I fix myself that my business is giving me profit, oh, it's gonna give you profit. So let me have, I don't want volunteers, 2 people, you can lift your hand. And let me know, let us know what has happened to you. Don't allow me, don't allow me to just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And of course, those people who are watching us on Facebook Live, we love you. We felt it is very important to share with you what we've been learning. Mindset Monday. Of course, there are people who see Mindset Monday, but they don't know what this is. But these things were not taught in school. So we felt it is important We sharpen each other because iron sharpens iron. And I believe out of this Mindset Monday, our business will grow. Our life will just be the best, you know. Our finances will grow. We'll just grow all around, not spiritually, financially. I told you, there are people who pray and pray and pray, but they are praying at a mindset of at a defeat mindset. Yeah, at a defeated mindset. And so even when you're praying and your mindset is not believing that you're going to receive what you're trusting God for, it's not gonna come. So it's mindset first. Yes, I'm waiting for volunteers. People on Facebook, you can drop your comment there. And yes, thank you. You can follow me on all my social media handles. I'm Her Excellency Immaculate Madahana on all social media handles, including YouTube, our YouTube channel. And so you're gonna get these videos, the last week video and today's video on YouTube, so that you can be able to connect with us from day one. Yes, thank you so much, my sister Marina. Your hand is up. Let us unmute this amazing girl and we hear from her. Marina Jerina, all the way from Uganda.
Hello, leadership. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this Mindset Monday morning. It is really doing us a lot of our minds are being renewed in a very positive way. I can say that, yes, this mindset has been happening to me even without my knowledge. Wow. Until you started to bring it on and teach us on Mondays, I realized, oh my God, this is exactly what has been happening to me. I remember when I first saw you amongst Indians and all those people, as the African who is making lots of money on online businesses, I was like, wow, there's someone who makes money online and making life-changing money. And I said to myself, this must happen to me. I said to myself, I would want to be like Madahana, sit in her home with her children every morning, wake up and, concentrate on her online businesses. I wish this would happen to me. And I remember that time I was, I was employed in Dubai, and I had to wake up every morning. I had to go and work for my boss. But again, I insisted on this online businesses, and I was talking to myself that, you know what, this can happen to me as well. This can happen to me as well. I can leave the 5 to 5 o'clock job and concentrate on my network marketing. And I'm really grateful that when I put that in my mind, it kept within me, even when I would see things were not working out at some point, but still in my mind, I would say, if someone was able to do it, I can be able to do it. This is what I want for myself. And see how events connected themselves. By the time I knew it, we were connecting, we were starting to talk, and you showed me, girl, this is possible. You can do it. You can get back to your home. You can do it. What I'm doing, you can do it. And where am I today? I can't believe when especially last Monday, when you were going through all the presentation, I was like, this has come true. I'm seated here, and what am I looking at? I am, doing my networking. I wake up in the morning, apart from a few things in the home, I can be able to call my people, talk to them, network, do this and that. So really, what we attract is exactly what we become. What we give our minds to, that positiveness that we give our minds to, is exactly what comes to us. So thank you so much for the teaching, Your Excellence. We really appreciate these Mindset Mondays, and we believe they're going to do a great work in our networking and whatever we are doing. Over to you, leadership.
Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. And the good thing is the law of attraction has happened to all of us here, either knowingly or unknowingly. But now that we know that there is something like that, now that we already know, it's going to be because it's been working subconsciously without your knowledge, and you didn't know what this thing is. You didn't know what it is. But now that you're consciously aware there is something like that, you can imagine now what is going to happen when you really now focus into it. Any one more person, a gentleman for gender equality? One more person. Thank you so much, my sister Marina. It's great. It's amazing. It's amazing. One more person. One more person. A gentleman. Gentleman, the way I'm seeing many, Bonolo, Bako, Farouk, Nelson, voluntarily. Let's start with Farouk. They all came. Let's start with Farouk.
We all came at the same time. So meaning Bonoro. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's really, 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 really so amazing and exciting with the kind of information you're getting right now. Sometimes we have a lot of speed, but then we don't know exactly what we are doing. But imagine when you're doing the speed and you know exactly what you are doing. And I mean, just this morning when I was coming, I was listening to something, and this gentleman, actually, I didn't know, coincidentally, that is what you have been training today. I want you to imagine, like, how she has been telling us what you think is what manifests in your mind, and then the feeling you get is your body. That the moment, whatever you think is what you're going to be able to put in your mind, and then when you get into attachment with the feeling, then that is your body. But we are in a state whereby your body acts like it's your mind. Like the body has been able to master what you're doing, that now it's acting like your mind. I mean, just imagine the way when you're driving your car, you no longer think about making the turn, let me pass here. Your body is doing it every time. But have you ever thought it and you literally say, let me think this time around, and I try to think what I'm really going to do? And of course, like when I go back to the people who are driving, have you ever noticed that you always have that quarrelsome mindset when you're driving? When someone comes in front of you, you say, now you see how that driver is driving, you complain to yourself, but remember, you're in your mind, but you're trying to complain to yourself because of the driver who has just come in the road, maybe the person who has just turned, maybe the person who has just knocked someone. Why? Because your mindset, when you drift the way you see things, then things are going to be the other way around. I remember when she was talking about you missing that turn, that I'm supposed to pass here, and then you miss that turn. She wanted some answer, but literally everyone said what she was thinking we're going to say. But the thing should be that when you miss that turn, it's not the end of the road. When you miss the turn, see something good. Maybe I've missed this turn. Maybe something good is going to come. Maybe I'm going to use the other turn because something is going to come. So ideally, it is a process we're going through. It's week 3. And she always says things that go back, sit down with yourself, go through what you have been able to go through. But I know there are some people, you come again on Monday and the whole week you're sleeping. You come back on Monday, you get fat for a few hours, maybe the whole Monday. I remember last week, she told us to write just a note, maybe on your book, on your phone, on your laptop, maybe where you sit, but not everyone was able to do it. Sometimes you're going to be against yourself. You say great things are happening to me every day, but imagine your day is up, worse things are even happening. You're like, am I contradicting to myself when I say great things are happening to me, yet I'm almost getting something negative every single day? Now, that force you use, that energy you use to drive it over what you're experiencing right now. It is easy to say, but it is different when you're doing it in the reality. What she's telling us right now, it is easy to do. I mean, they tell you, write these words 55 times every day for 5 days. It is easy to do. But when you start doing the actual thing, it becomes very hard, because either you're going to do it for 2 days, you miss the 3rd day. You do it for 4 days, you miss the 5th day. So you look at it, repeating that same process again, again, again. And before you know it, then it becomes part of you. So sometimes these are things to do, but ideally, they are hard to do. They seem to be very easy to start practicing, but they are hard to start doing them. Imagine everyone was saying, I'm the happiest person every single day. Because this video I was listening in the morning, this guy told us that we have this thing that you are happy when you have received something happy. You are annoyed when you receive something which is annoying you. But I want you to imagine if you become happy when everyone is annoyed. Can you imagine that state? That you try to change the way you see things. When people are seeing the negative side of it, you're seeing the positive side of it. It is hard, but it is the best thing to practice. When everyone is complaining, are you complaining? When everyone is judging, are you judging? For one moment, you say, I'm not going to judge anyone. I'm not going to blame my upline. I'm not going to say this. You start being in that unknown state because you're not used to be in that state where you don't complain. You're not used to be in that state where you don't judge. But this time you say, I'm not going to judge anyone. I'm not going to complain. If you complain, just drift your mind back and say, I did something wrong. I was not supposed to complain. And then you say, just appreciate the person. Instead of complaining, change it. Instead of saying my upline is not there for me, say my upline is there for me all the time. Now you're changing your mindset for what you've been thinking to something which is positive. I'm not making money, and then you change it to I'm making money, and I'm very excited about what is really happening. People are complaining, you know, this early morning training, it is so early, me, I'm still in bed. Drift it around and say, every single Monday I attend this training, and it is so, so amazing to my life. I mean, change the negative to being positive. If you start practicing that, that is what he was trying to talk about, the paradigm shift. The paradigm, change whatever has been in your mind. It's not going to change in one day. I mean, don't do it today and tomorrow you worn out. Someone who does something little every single day is better than someone who has done everything in one whole day.
Very true.
The consistency you put in every single day, it's what is going to build that compounding effect in your life. Thank you so much.
Wow, amazing, amazing right there. Thank you so much, Farouk. We are so much in tune. And thank you for tuning in. Yes, we have, I don't know how to pronounce your name. The law of attraction is unavoidable because it happens aware and unaware. So we've come to the end of our training today. For those people who would want to continue with this course, remember we've just done 3 weeks. We still have about 13 weeks to go. So for those people who still want to continue with us and you want to get more updates, there's a lot that we are sending in our WhatsApp group. Our WhatsApp group, I've already sent it in the chat. So you can just click on that, join the WhatsApp group, because like that book, The Secret, we have it there. How The Secret Changed My Life, it's there. We have also, I've also seen someone has dropped Think and Grow Rich audio. It is there. It's something that you can download and just listen to it, Think and Grow Rich, when you're walking, you know, when you're in the house, when you're doing your other things. Sometimes I just put this audio that has been sent in the group and I continue doing my businesses as I listen. And there's that positive vibration that will always happen to my life. I also send videos, like for those people who have kids and you want to teach your kids greatness, you want them to start understanding this greatness. in them through this law of attraction, you just join that group so that I send short videos and more information. We really communicate there. And for those people, this is not for the people who we are in the crypto business together, the Naka game. We are building a network called Naka Games. And there's a lot that is happening in the crypto space, and a lot of money is being generated. There's so many opportunities that are in the crypto space. We are in a company we are building called Naka Games. We also have there's our own Bitcoin. You know, I'm calling it our own Bitcoin, our own African wealth. There's a coin that has actually, it's for one of us, Mr. Venji, the founder of the Vandes Academy. I call it Nas Vandes Academy. I don't know how to pronounce it in South Africa, where we are taught about blockchain and how people are creating great wealth in the blockchain. If you have not bought the BFT coin, if you have not bought the BFT coin and you're an African, you need to do it before the other nations start to come and take our own heritage. This is going to be a medium of exchange. You know, that's medium of exchange that will connect all African countries. So you can imagine you holding, you know, 100,000 coins. You know, you can imagine you holding 1 million coin and this coin just hit $1. You know, that is where you create wealth. And for those people who don't know how to create wealth, they start to tell you, oh, you have kept a big African snake in the house. It is not African snake. It is connections, because you got connected to this. So whatever, if you're looking for a great business opportunity, you can reach out to us. We have so many ways we can teach you on how to position yourself in the marketplace, how to position yourself in the cryptocurrency space, how you can position yourself in the NFT space. And of course, we'll teach you even how you can be able to change your mindset so that you are able to manifest or to live the purposeful life of what God created you to be. So thank you so much. Thank you, my Facebook family. And yeah, all these videos, you'll find it in our YouTube channel, Her Excellency Immaculate Mother Hannah. God bless you all.